Let's talk about Frontier Airlines. Now, I only got one positive thing to say about it. Everything else is going to be negative. So, here we go. So, I just booked with Frontier Airlines. The very first time, had no idea, no clue. Just booked the ticket because I paid for two people, me and my girl, round trip $157 from LAX to DFW. I thought that was an amazing price, and so I booked it. No questions asked. Bing, booked. So I knew that I was gonna have a bag that I was gonna check in, and my girl was gonna have a bag that she was gonna check in. You know, just off the rip, we was gonna be in Dallas 4 or 5 days, so we was gonna go and do different things, and I was gonna visit my people in Louisiana. So I knew I was gonna check a bag in. I was gonna check a bag in. She was gonna check a bag in. Also, I just don't like rolling around the airport with luggage and all of that, so I check them things in just like that, right? Now again, I don't like luggage or anything, so I don't got no carry-on. My girl got a book bag on. She got a book bag on with her computer and all of that because she worked from home. So, she was going to be doing some work. She wanted to bring her electronics and all of that with her. Fans, boom, boom, boom. So, 2 check-in bags, 1 carry-on. I ain't got nothing, okay? So, on our way to the airport, I noticed that I don't got the little QR barcode, that you go to the kiosks to scan. All I got is a confirmation number. So when we get to the airport, I don't have the little QR thing. Also, the kiosks aren't working, so you gotta go to the counter. Also, the Frontier app was under maintenance. So I couldn't check in because the app was under maintenance. And then we got there super early. We got there like 3-4 hours early. So, when dealing with LAX, you gotta be on your P's and Q's. So pulling up to the airport, I already knew I was gonna pay for 2 bags, right? I already knew I was gonna pay for 2 bags. So pulling up to the airport, boom, 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 we had to wait. We had to wait about 20-30 minutes because again, everything down. The app down, it's under maintenance. And also the kiosks are down under maintenance. So we was like, whoa, thank God we got here early. We ain't even tripping. Right? We get up to the counter. And the gate agent, now the gate agent that we talked to leaving LAX going to Dallas, sweetheart, bless her heart. I hope she get a raise because she did us right. Let me tell you what happened. So we get up in there, right? We get on up in there. We talking to her. She said, your bags got to be 40 pounds or less. 40 pounds or less? I said 40 pounds or less. Basically, you need a book bag. If you check it in the bag, it better be a book bag. No, I ain't gonna lie to you, that threw me off a little bit because usually when you go to the airport, it's 70 pounds and under. So if you go over 70, then you pay a overweight fee, right? So I'm talking to the lady, I'm like, okay, well, for my bag, what is the overweight fee gonna be? So she do her little calculations, and so she was like, well, it's gonna be around $230. $230? And she was like, I ain't put the other fee on the other bag. Eh? Y'all, I was up in there sweating. You mean to tell me I already got to pay 200? I was thinking like, 150, 130, 120. Because, yeah, again, I'm paying for bags. So I already knew. But $230. $230, and that was just for my bag. It wasn't for my girl bag. So I'm over there talking to the agent. She said, look, this is what we could do. She said, look, I'll charge you one fee, one overweight fee for it, and then and also for the thing. So it ended up being $230. So she could have charged us more because she didn't add the overweight fee to my girl. So it could have been like $300 and something. So I said, thank you. Thank you. Boom, left. So boom, before we left, I was just talking to the gate agent. I was like, okay, I'm gonna bring a carry-on because our bags are overweight. This time what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just take some clothes and stuff out of it, and then I'm gonna bring a carry-on. My girl already has a carry-on. I'm gonna bring one. The gate agent was like, yes, that's gonna be perfect. That way your bags will be under and you won't have to pay the overweight fee. Okay, boom. We go to our gate. It looked like a WWE wrestling match. Them people trying to get up in there. It don't even matter what zone you in because all the zones get up at the same time trying to get in there. I ain't know I was gonna have to turn into Ludacris and throw bows just to get on the airplane. I really didn't. I just thought this was gonna be. I thought this was gonna be cool, calm, and collective. No. So me and my girl was like, "Ooh, that was a little ghetto trying to get on the plane. We just had to pay $230. We had to go get us a drink after that, and then try to get on the plane. It was a little ghetto. So we was like, I don't like that. I don't like it. So we already was preparing ourselves for flying back. So flying back, same thing. Couldn't check in. Tried to check in, couldn't check in. Matter of fact, let me say this. They had a little QR code. The app was up. It was working that day. When we was coming back, that Frontier app, it was working and everything. I couldn't check in. When I got to the airport, I was trying to check in. But I could check in when I got to the airport. But what ended up happening was they was trying to charge us for 4 bags. So instead of us our 2 check-in bags, they was trying to charge us for 4. So I had to go to the counter. Okay? Had to. I get to the counter. I'm talking to the agent. She don't know what she doing. I hate to say it, she didn't know what she was doing. She had another lady helping her while the other lady was helping other people, right? So, boom, I'm talking to the lady. I'm like, hey, I tried to check in and everything and get our bags, but it wouldn't even allow us to do that because of the fact of it was trying to charge us for 4 bags. I'm not sure what's going on or whatever the case may be. That's what I'm talking to the lady about, right? Boom. So we got our whole bag situated under 40 pounds. I got a big suitcase under 40 pounds because I brought a check-in bag. I brought a carry-on bag this time. So I'm like, okay, boom. So I got my carry-on with me, bags under. No, I'm gonna have to pay. I'm thinking again, 150, 130. I look at the number, she tell me the number. I pull out my calculator because it wasn't adding up. It wasn't adding up. The lady say 208. I said, hold on, wait. I said, how much it costs for the bag? She was like $75, $79. So I add up 2 bags. I'm adding up the 2 bags, and my calculator keeps saying 150, 158, something like that. 150, 158. She tell me 208. I said, why is it saying 208? The bag's under 40 pounds. The bag is under 40 pounds. Why is it saying 208? I said, that's more than the that's more than the ticket that I bought. What? So she talking to the other lady. The other lady talking about, oh, we had to assist you. So it's $25 extra. So the gate agent says it's $25 extra per bag because we had to assist you. I said, lady, I couldn't do it on the app. I couldn't do it on the app. That was the purpose of me coming up here. That's what I was talking to y'all about. She said, it ain't nothing we could do. I just gave her my credit card. Because you know what? I would never, if I ever fly Frontier again, I would never check a bag in. I would never check a bag in. I would never check a bag in. That's the only way that you can get away with flying Frontier. If you never check a bag in and you got boxing gloves to box people to get on the plane. You got to turn into Lil Boosie and Ludacris to throw balls and swerve on people just to get on the plane. I don't think I would. You know what? Let's wrap it up. I don't think I would ever fly Frontier again. But if you need a quick cheap ticket, you trying to go somewhere, if your bag ain't is not as big than this, wrap it up. Don't check it in. Don't check it in. Matter of fact, ship your clothes and all the stuff that you got to do to the location and the destination. That way you ain't even got to worry about it. All you got to do is hop on the plane. That was on me. I paid the cost to be the boss. My ticket was $157. After it was all said and done, I paid $595 after it was all said and done. I could have just flew Delta. I could have just flew Virgin. I could have flew American Airlines. After it was all said and done, I could have just went that way. Because what are we doing? And then they had the nerves to charge me for some snacks on the plane. I'm glad the flight was only 2 hours and 30 minutes because I was finna have to bring out tic-tac-toe because they didn't have no entertainment. I've been working on my breathing. Because what was that? What was that? That's the Greyhound in the sky. Frontier is the Greyhound in the sky. Y'all like to talk about spirit? Frontier is the Greyhound in the sky. And nobody could tell me different. All right. Bye.